A massive effort from Na'Vi already, taking out Team Vitality to make it this far. But it is Team Heretics they're going up against today. Even if Team Heretics lose their form just a little bit in playoffs, we expect them to bounce back. We expect this game to be a lot closer than last time. But we have mentioned the map veto issues. We have mentioned, you know, a tiny little bit of questions we've had here and there. So let's take a look and see where we're going to go to this.
Of course.
They are not going to move away from the corrode ban, but they will ban our Sunset to go to Bind. Yeah, well, let's take a look at Agent Select, see if we will get that same double duelist comp, which only Envy pretty much in the world that plays. Right now, we will. And I guess, Flyer, you prefer Navi's setup because of the stage?
Sure. It was mentioned on the desk. Map pool for Na'Vi looks pretty good. The Haven, maybe not so much, but the next two could be interesting. But it's only really been BBL that have managed to exploit Heretics on this map as of recent. So let's not pretend like this is going to be a walk in the park, especially with the individuals they have on their side.
Of any further space towards that plant, though, Navi at least. The wall being chipped away at. We'll see it broken. We'll see the reveal go through in the attempt to find value on it. But Ruxic, he found a gap in that reveal. He stays up close for two. A stat leader in so many departments for good reason as he cleans up alongside Hero. They have got a lot of numbers grouping up on yellow, though. I mean, this could get dangerous with the challenge up close, but Angel,
this is his
good
spot
for two.
I'll never forget the clutch he pulled off with what was it, 8 seconds left, running into this side of the map. The Sage Wall's still becoming a mainstay of getting you into those post plants, and for Na'Vi, this is looking squeaky clean and in-zone flawless in round number 2. They were running it with the Omen before, but evidently just feel that Miniboo is that little bit more comfortable trying to utilize some of the more individualistic nature and going from 0 duelists back to 2. To basically see if they can frag out in this scenario. Now, ult already online. Angel was lost early, but he's immediately back.
Shao as well had a belter in their last matchup. Someone that I think we've seen one of the quietest years from in week-to-week play. When it comes to playoffs, he stepped up. He's found his old level. That's a nice pick for Alexic, who has been consistent, reliable in so many of Navi's matchups, and of all the rounds to step up in, when you have those couple weaknesses, but Heretics putting all their credits in, that's a huge double opener to find.
The fact is, getting back into this scenario is not going to be easy, but Rien's always a safe pair of hands. The peaking players of Na'Vi have given them a chance.
Well, that res from Shao, though, keeps it into a 3v3 at least. Despite those numbers falling, they've still got quite a bit to fight back with, and Ruxic spearheading that effort. He's found 2, and Benji, he shouldn't have the time, but he's isolated Ruxic out of position early. Now there's an opportunity, but in goes the Nano, and the shot to the head seals the deal. A 3-0 start for Na'Vi.
Hasn't forced them back.
10 seconds
There's a
left.
Rotation in from Ruxic, but they need a plant. And with so little time on the clock, they have to go now. They have to be in now, and they've run out of time. As long as nobody dies or everybody doesn't die, the round is over. That is one of the weirdest rounds I think I've ever seen. And Heretics are on the board.
Luckily, though, they're coming towards him. It won't be the flank towards the A site. Navi have chosen the right direction. Only one player waiting. It is the man of Benji himself, and he finds one, but Hero opening up Kitchen. And Navi, they managed to keep a decent bit of control here, as they'll get that spike towards the site, but Benji still to be dealt with.
Ruxic, I was going to say maybe going unnoticed, but he's quick enough with the flick to take down Benji Fishy. It leaves Rien's in a clutch. If there's any man you want in these moments, it is Rien's, and Angel looks to take the fight. Ruxic, he's now vulnerable to a single shot, and that's exactly what he lands. Another superb round from Ruxic. Na'Vi have done a better job, or more so Ruxic has done a better job of feeling out the other side of the map. It leaves one player, and that player has been caught. Boo's rotation also dealt with, and I don't think there'll be the same shenanigans.
Well, we saw a 3v5 in the post plan, one out earlier on. Now it's Heretics' turn. Bladestorm finding the first. It's a nice opening. Low HP on Rien's. Miniboo as well. This is now playing into a pit's going to be difficult, and the pit actually blocked his vision just as he peeked. That is so unfortunate. Rien's is done for, and Navi have sealed their 5th round.
Yeah, normally you might sit there and look at that being an eco and go,
buying up as much as they can and looking to fight.
He's gone through. He's gone through. He's walked past. Oh dear. Oh, Miniboo's going to be frustrated with that one. That is it's nowhere near that position anymore, but they are still looking around the map for him.
Yeah, but Ruxic in a good spot here either way to throw in a snake bite from Belt in the late round, and it may well be needed. The lockdown coming into play makes this very difficult now. As we said, too many ultimates on the other side. There's still a Hunter's Fury if needed for NAVI to really lock this round in, but Alexic is holding onto control towards that lockdown. And even as some teammates fall, it's Rien's left alone. Hunter's Fury in hand, attempting to break the lockdown, but they're still locked out of the round.
It's already looking at, it's the same move. He's walked through mid again. This is something that can't keep happening. The last round, okay, it happens once, it's forgivable, but a second time, Ruxic goes walkabouts in the same fashion with a sniper, and he doesn't get seen. Yeah, that's just, it's not good enough.
Well, you're playing with the pistols, right? I'm going to assume this round's done and dusted. You're playing with the pistols, so you don't have that same ability to fight inside of mid. They attempted it last round. Miniboo was the one left with the duty of holding on to middle and couldn't spot the player walking down below, which is a big blip. But this time, I assume, I'm not certain, but I assume that Benji had put the turret in the normal spot, which is right around here, so it watches these angles inside of middle. It stops them crossing here, and it stops them going through the window. But the issue is, it's very common, manipulated the map has been. This is their defense, and they've failed to lock down so many of these pieces of the map. And, well, this is not going to be the case to start out the round. We've had Miniboo pull out the operator.
What they're about to do, they're going to swing off the back of it. I like the idea. Play on top of the wall, see if they can deny any further aggression, catch someone as they go. Boo's now going to place down the Viper's Pit. Now, the Boo brothers have been struggling. That was Miniboo's second kill, and Boo is only on a singular. Under pressure. And you know there's a good chance that Alexic will try and go over this, but that's why Miniboo is watching.
They still had drone thanks to bringing Angel back. Repositioned turret, though, is covering the cross, and they've heard it. They've realized Benji Fishy is waiting for his moment to strike, but he gets punished. And now the pressure mounts on the shoulders of these players towards B. An operator to hold the line, but only 12 seconds to get this planted. They've got to be quick, and Miniboo is picking them apart one by one until they're all gone.
Our hero, there's just no time. No time for him to get anything done. Of course, it would have needed to be the 6K in this round for him to kill absolutely everybody. Benji and Boo already making their way in towards the site. Utility being used to try and deny Alexic, and there is Rien's ready and waiting. Lockdown being used for Angel attempting to counter it, and it will be destroyed. The problem is he's losing his players along the way. Hero needs to try and step up to the plate. With the time ticking and such a huge advantage, Heretics are sitting patiently.
Plant will be stuck eventually. Heretics just, as you said, playing patient to avoid that early peak. Great flash. Hero's blind as can be, but he gets an angle now. A chance to drop one. There's a few fights here that seem to have some hope to them. But now this should be it. Caught reloading! He got too much time there. But Heretics correct to put 3 on the board. And
NAVI are trying their best to make sure that doesn't happen. Woot on the angle. He's been gifted the operator on. Miniboo is going to bite the bullet instead, and the second shot isn't connected. Angel on the swing. This leaves Boo somewhat isolated, but they've actually got a second player in support as well. Might be a bit of a surprise. The problem, though, is that there are gaps elsewhere that Ruxic may look to exploit.
That's what we said, right? Direct hit into that mid-play. Ruxic's looking for it, waiting a little long, though, and now Rien's on back yellow, finds himself a single. It's going to stop Boo from being able to peek. He's out in the open. They know there's an op on the other side. And that's a big price to pay. With the Viper's Pit, big ultimates to have online for the next, and it will be Ruxic getting contact at least. Actually, if they both go down, that's probably ideal.
Oh, not going to be the case. Ruxic had no plans to...
Yeah, this final round, there's a lot of ultimates close to being in play or already active. A Bucky, it should go under the radar now. Miniboo's down, they want to accelerate, but they're coming around behind him. Angel's been phenomenal in terms of taking these fights towards B main. It does, you said it at the start of the game. It feels like it's his territory and somewhere he will not be challenged. Already a huge advantage with a Viper's Pit and a res in play, a lockdown for post plant.
or force them back. And while they're forced back, the operator is swinging. The weaponry is just utterly diffed at this stage. And while Boo, he is at a rotter of a half. It would need to be a miracle for him and Rians to turn this back. And he's already gone. And no doubt Rians is soon to follow. A dominant attack side coming out of NAVI to kick off this first map.
Now, deep TP is put through. I don't know if anybody actually heard it as it was going by, but it will just be a fake to draw their eye as the push comes in. That buys them space on back yellow and a couple of kills. Team Heretics heating up here as they need to on the attack side pistol.
A couple of sheriffs being spammed, but Miniboo is there to defend. Nice shock dart for Angel. Boo's not going to be escaping that one. It's at least one. Woot's low. In reality, it's going to be difficult to find a gap. Rians as a likely first point of contact. He looked to actually shoot that. Maybe should have been a teammate, and Heroes quickly found two. This was looking like an impossible scenario, and now Benji is left to do it all. Two players remaining, and they're both looking to fight him. No one yet on that defusal, but Hero is sticking it at least to halfway, and Benji maybe playing the bluff. He knows his opponent let go at least for a second, but needs to find this final shot and is baiting that time perfectly. Hero will land it. I don't know if there's enough time. Just about! Hero is going to take it. What a round from him, carrying on from the first half.
Oh, Heretics have got to be feeling their soul crushed in the palm of NAVI.
I win those.
Perhaps under their boot, and that honestly, I don't know where the mental is at right now. You would love to have a pause in the next, coming into the next buy round, but they're already gone. Maybe 4. It's then a fantastic round. They can be very happy with that.
Yeah.
But there are weaknesses for NAVI. They brought pistols in. As a result of that, they can afford to lose a few. And 1, not great. They did get 2 though. Still not great, because there were 2 pistols on NAVI, so they don't lose any rifles. No, the wall goes down.
Nice idea.
Yeah, I think it's good that Boo is aware of the gap in the wall.
With their pushes, with their aggression. And you can see that the goal from NAVI is to sort of play around and utilize whatever utility they have. Even still, though, the rotation has been caught. And in a 3 versus 5, it shouldn't be too difficult for Heretics.
That was a really nice play by Benji. You saw him just use the turret here on middle. As soon as it got contact, he allowed the player to destroy it, get a little greedy. Rook6 got 2, but it's okay. It shouldn't spiral out of control too far with the heal for the second time. Xiao is going to pull himself back in. They say Band-Aids don't fix bullet holes, but I guess a little bit of ice will. And a good opportunity now. He's looking to isolate them. The big wrap around yellow. He'll get a one-on-one against Benji, who's only got a pistol, who's looking the wrong way. Now it's down to a single fight, and Xiao's got it across the line. Unbelievable. It's 12-3, and it looks like Heretics just cannot catch a break.
Xiao's able to win is just madness. And yeah, that's manic laughter at this point from whoever. That's not him laughing like, ah, this is funny. That's him slowly losing.
An outrageous performance. 2 3v5s in pistols, then they lose a 2 versus 5 where most of them are armed to the teeth. They've got post plant. Hell, they almost had time on their side, and now coming into what should be the final round.
Fury.
They've just been wrecked with Rienz on the floor. Hunter's Fury, yeah, he got the orb. Fantastic. Can't use that till next round, and next round might be a pistol.
Team Heretics, as it was mentioned, a team that they've never, since this iteration, taken a map off, and they're about to do it in style. Heroes already got rid of the lurk of Benji Fishy. He thought he found a gap, and instead he was found. Angel does fall. Maybe a little bit further ahead. Alexic waiting, but doesn't want to fight too aggressively here. The rest of the team are being patient, being passive. Should at least be a post farm. Miniboo trying to give them a man back, instead puts them further in the ground.
This NAVI doesn't look the same. Not as a few days ago. They are playing this so cleanly. A fight taken in the open by Xiao, but it's all to try and defend that lockdown. That's why they're battling. It may look a little disconnected, but there's logic behind it. 13-3 for NAVI. I don't know what's changed in the last few days, but this team is battling against some of the best. And hell, if this series didn't matter, I'd say, well, Heretics aren't trying, but this means everything to them. And they're going to need to recover on the next map after the break.